To the left of me, I have Daniel Ferris. On the right, I have Damian Taylor. A little bit about the game. I mean, honestly, it was definitely everything that it was built up to be. They're a great team with a great tradition, great program, great coaching staff. We knew that coming into this game that they were going to try to speed us up and kind of, take away some of our interior because, our strength is inside, and we were a lot bigger than them. So we knew that the game was going to get to a fast-paced style, and we just had to weather the storm. When we watch film on them, they shoot a lot of threes, and they do it successfully. So that was one of the things that we wanted to take away was the three-point line and kind of make them beat us going towards the basket a little bit. And I think that we did that for the most part. We got a good lead, and then we allowed them to speed us up in some crucial parts. And they made a run like great teams do, and they got back in it, and we just outlasted them for the most part.
It seemed like the start of the fourth quarter was when they really put the screws to you. What were they able to do to keep you from scoring?
They stepped it up a notch with their intensity. I think that we kind of rushed a lot as well, and that's part of credit to them because they put a lot of pressure on us, and I think that I hadn't seen them really go man a lot in the film that I watched, but they went man, and their intensity level almost stepped up another notch. So when we got the ball inside, and I think our bigs did a good enough job of keeping the ball up, like we work on, and we brought it down, and and they're scrappy, and they got hands on a lot of balls, and we didn't do a good job of getting back. So they forced the tempo that way as well. They got a lot of easy baskets and a couple and ones that we didn't do a good job on our defensive assignments.
Talk about Gilbert. He stepped up. I saw him here on the.
Yeah, I mean, all year we've been a balanced team, and we've been talking about having different people step up, and you never know who it is, who's going to be, and he's definitely a great shooter, and I mean it's a pleasure for me because he's been kind of struggling a little bit with his confidence, and he really stepped up and hit some big shots for us, and when he did, I think his confidence got rolling. And when he is knocking down a shot, he makes us that much better.
Coach, you mentioned trying to curb the three-point shooting. 3, 4, 16. So you guys did a pretty good job of that.
Yeah, I mean our magic number that we've been talking about since the playoffs have started has been 5, and we feel like if we can hold certain teams, St. Charles West was another team that shot a lot of threes, and then they do it at a high rate. If we can hold teams under 5 threes a game, we like our chances. To be successful. So I thought we did a good job of getting out on them, and I think in the second half a little bit, both of our legs were tired. As you saw, we missed a lot of free throws, but I think that had something to do with them not hitting as many threes as well. So, I mean, it goes with both ways.
I thought the big free throw you did hit was the one you hit that hit about every corner of that rim before it fell in. Well, I mean, you guys have been here and done this. I mean, many times. The end of the game is when you and the team kind of find a way. What were you thinking at the line when that thing's rattling around up there?
Just really hoping it'll go in. I try not to miss too many free throws, so yeah.
So what is it like for you guys in that clutch situation? Because you found a way to beat Tolton like that this year and last year. I mean, what is it about at the end of the game where you guys find a way to pull it out more often than not?
We just try to stay together for real. We don't try to let our composure get away from each other, just stay as a family.
Good.
Yeah, we just try to stay together and just try to push it.
Yeah, it's definitely adversity. We've been talking about that as well, and for a moment we got a little rattled, and then we just had to realize that we've been in this situation before, and I would be lying if I say that it's just we're all very cool in those type of situations because we're not, but. For the most part, it's definitely a good thing to have leadership and to have guys that have been in situations like that before to be able to come together and talk about what we need to do in those situations. And I thought that we got a couple key rebounds also in those situations too. So
to be for yourself to be 32 minutes away from a state title at Vashon, where your dad won so many, how awesome is that?
I mean, it's very awesome. It's awesome, not just from that standpoint, just from the standpoint of our school district, our school in general. We had a good group of fans here, alumni, a lot of people who definitely support us the entire year. To be able to to play for a state championship, in front of them is definitely a blessing for us, and it's something that we look forward to doing, and hopefully we can play well.
Coach, in the past, Tyson's kind of got your number. You've got them maybe in the biggest game in this little rivalry between them. What does that mean?
I'm definitely familiar with them, and they're definitely familiar with me. Coach Hollifield does a great job with them, and when I was at Imagine, I'm not gonna say the opportunity or the pleasure. We played against them. I want to say 3 times during that time, and we were 1-2 against them, and the year that they won, they went undefeated and won a state championship. They were thumping on us, and you just know what you're going to get when you play them. So I mean, they're going to be hard-nosed, they're going to be disciplined, and they're going to give everything that they have. And when I first played them, that was one of the staples that I wanted to make our program become, and it was off of watching them play and how hard they played. So a lot of the and in my eyes, I know no coach thinks that their kids play hard enough, but when I saw that, I knew what level we had to get to if we wanted to be a competitive team. And and it's still there. Their tradition is still there. They still play as hard as I've seen a lot of people play. So it's credit to them.
Tight game, third quarter. Corey goes 4 for 4 in the quarter. I mean, how much does that lift you guys?
It just makes us better. If he hits shots, we just gonna keep feeding the ball till he start missing. But once he hits shots, I think we're a better team.
Just to both the players, your warm-up said, Vashon, basketball is back. Just describe your guys' feelings right now having Vashon back in the championship game.
I think it's a good thing. They got a reputation about basketball for real. So yeah, we just try to keep the tradition going on and try to keep winning, as Vashon is known for.
Yeah, it's great. We got a bigger fan base, and there's a lot of extra support, being a part of Vashon basketball. So it's good.
Tony, at what point in the season did kids start to realize that this is a massive press, that it's Vashon now, and it's a different level of intensity, the tradition, and everything that goes along?
Probably about 5 minutes ago. I mean, honestly, no, I'm joking. We've been put we were in a tough situation with, our school closed, and we didn't know what was going on. We didn't ask for it to close, and it was just a situation where, we ended up here, and with I don't think these guys really had realized, and I kind of. To be honest with you, I knew that going into this job was a really, really, pressure point situation and big shoes to fill. So I almost, I really didn't even know if I even wanted to do it, to be honest with you, just because, the legacy that they've had here and just, just from the standpoint of they're used to winning and the pressure and these guys, they've handled it very, very well. They've, they've really bought in to not just really playing for the name, but playing for each other. And when they do that, then it makes it easier to be able to play for Vashon basketball. And they're starting to see a lot of. I think that the biggest crowd that we've had was now. In situations like this and in our district championship, and they're seeing that with the tradition comes a lot of pressure, but also, like Damien said, a lot of support also from a lot of people. And our school was only open for 3 years, so we didn't have a big alumni base. So, this is something completely different from that standpoint as well.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.